Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dirty Pat Walsh channel on YouTube with me, your host, Dirty Pat Walsh. How are you all doing today? It's Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Fridays really don't mean much to me. When you're unemployed, the only days that really make difference to me are the weekends. And that's only because I can't use my bank, and we don't get any mail on the weekend. So it's whatever. It is what it is. But happy Friday. I hope you're all doing well. I was out, spent the day shopping for the perfect gift for my soon-to-be 13-year-old son. Turning 13 tomorrow, in fact. But he's having this big party with his buddies on Saturday, so I won't see him until Sunday. And we're taking him out. We're taking him out to Red Lobster. He loves Red Lobster, man. Now my daughter and I are both vegetarians. I've been following in my daughter's footsteps. I've been vegetarian since I last came back from New Orleans, so a little bit now. But I'm sure they have stuff on the menu that vegetarians can eat at Red Lobster. Every bird does. But yeah, I was out shopping for the perfect coming of age gift for my son, and all he really wants is video games or video game consoles, or that's all his wish list for his birthday and Christmas presents consists of, is video game things. And I kind of his mom's also really into video games, so she takes care of all that jazz. But so I don't really want to. I also don't really like playing into the video games. I would rather my kids do other things and sit and play Fortnite, and Minecraft, and stuff like that all day. But anyhow, we have a new bookstore down on Hunter Street. Hunter Street's the street I spent most of the 90s on. It's got the Only Cafe, the Garnet, all those places. And back most of the time I lived in Peterborough, the Hunter Street only consisted of the Only Cafe, the Red Dog, like a couple restaurants, and the downtown variety store that everybody goes to, called Sandy's. But now it's like the total bougie kind of cafe district with all the bougie cafes and coffee houses and all that jazz. But there is a really nice new locally owned bookstore. It's not a Chapters or an Indigo or whatever the hell it's not. It's like a nice little mom and pop bookstore called Hunter Street Books. And I thought, Beckett likes reading. He does enjoy reading a fair bit. So I'll go see if they have a cool book he likes. He kind of likes spooky stories like Stephen King, stuff like that. I'm all for that. But I want him to read some important, books that I found important at his age, and that my father found important at that age as well. I like to get him some of that stuff to have in his life, So I got him a brand new, fucking shiny, crispy, not used straight out of a nice new bookstore, copy of Huckleberry Finn by his name's coming. Mark Twain. How can I forget the name Mark Twain? Yeah, I got him a copy of Huck Finn because I read that book when I was 13, and man, it just blew me away. So he may not read it today. Or when he gets it, he may not read it for years, but hopefully one day he reads it. And you know, it's real important. I'm giving him something else, kind of more fun too. But it's important for me as his father to share stuff like that with him. And like, I don't really get to make a lot of decisions about his life in the day to day. It's due to our arrangement. And but I like to be as good a dad as possible. Given the limited capacity I'm given to be a good dad, I like to be as good a dad as possible. And yeah, so I hope he likes the book, or at least I hope he understands why I would give him that book someday down the road. Man, that's what I've been up to today. Hope you're all having an awesome Wicked Friday. Got some cool spooky Friday the 13th plans for tonight. I may watch one of the Friday the 13th movies or something like that. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe not. You ever seen Jason X? Holy fuck. That's those movies, man. They did, like, the first one was good, a good classic slasher movie, 80s slasher movie. Part 2 was even better, and after part 3 was okay, but after that, man, it just got reckless and stupid. And then they remade it like a few years ago, and that fucking sucked. But yeah, anyhow, some of the weirder ones, like I've seen Friday the 13th Part 6 at a drive-in, at a movie theater, back when I was a kid, and I could still watch movies. And I've seen it. I've probably seen that movie 6 times. Part 6, probably seen it about 6 times. The first 3 I've probably seen about fucking 15 to 20 times each. And all the rest I've seen once, maybe twice. But Jason X, man, that's a great movie. That's one of my favorites of the franchise. Just because it's so bad, But whatever. I don't watch a lot of movies. You know what it is. I'm out of here. Be well.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. I'm the monster under your bed.